So, found myself very moved by the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico this year. There was a kind of duality in the ugliness, just pure ugliness, like of the whole situation. Just a disaster, like bad in so many ways. Um, but really, the undeniable beauty that just the swirling of the colors and the patterns created, and also just kind of a sense of awe at the sheer ability to actually create this kind of a problem. I mean, we were extracting this thick gunk. I mean, it's basically like rotten liquid fossils, like old liquid dinosaurs. It's like crazy stuff. From like 5,000 feet underwater. Like it's so cold there that ice forms in the water. It's just nuts. Totally crazy. Just boggles my mind. And we're turning it into substances that power the world in innumerable ways. Everything from like cars to motorcycles to heating your homes to just everything. I mean, it's fossil fuels. So I found myself inspired by also the precision, ironically, the precision and the structure of the oil rig and the machinery itself in its sharp corners and structured architecture, and also the innards, so to speak, of the machines that would consume the fuel that would come from that. Like motorcycles, for example, which you can see. I have a heavy biker sort of like motorcycle influence in my collection, and it draws from the color scheme that the mess created and the shapes of the machinery, basically. And in the collection, there's transparencies and open areas in the garments. Just like an enormous oil rig would have. The curves in the collection are not soft and flowing sort of curves. They're hard, definite, like sharp curves that end at sharp angles, so to speak. Also, in addition, I researched the petrochemical industry and how fuel's made. And one thing that must be done is you have to filter crude oil through metal mesh. And I found an industrial supplier of various pure metal fabrics from California, and copper was the one that fit my collection the best as far as like color and whatnot. So, yeah, this stuff is the coolest stuff in the world. I just got this in the mail today, and I can't put it down. It smells like pennies, and it has like a really sweet texture and shine to it. So it's gonna be used just to add like a little glint of light in certain areas, um, and also provide a little bit of shape, holdable shape. Like for example, in the collar stand of one of the garments, which you can check back at the my collection and see what I'm talking about. And honestly, all that aside, the real reason I wanted to use it is because the idea of sewing metal is so cool to me.